Beijing remains in an awkward position as the Russia-Ukraine crisis unfolds. Under Chinese Communist Party leader Xi Jinping, China has strengthened its ties with both countries. Beijing has repeatedly called for a resolution through dialogue without issuing support to either side. Next, we'll take a closer look at the relationship between China and Russia, as well as China and Ukraine.
China and Russia are believed to be in the golden age of their relations. For the first time after the pandemic, Xi Jinping met with Russian leader Putin in Beijing ahead of the Winter Olympics opening ceremony. They reportedly discussed a number of topics, including the pandemic, energy, economy, trade, and technology. A series of agreements were confirmed after the meeting. Among them, a new gas deal. That is, Russia will supply over 350 cubic feet of gas per year to China via a new pipeline from Russia's Far East. China remains Russia's largest trading partner for the 12th consecutive year. That's according to comments from a Chinese Ministry of Commerce official during a press conference last December. Customs data shows that energy and mineral products make up more than 70% of China's Russian imports. Dustin Walker is a non-resident fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. In an interview with Voice of America, he said a potential Russian-Ukrainian confrontation could also test the relationship between Beijing and Moscow. That's because Moscow could change its view of Beijing and see it as an unreliable partner if China chooses to comply with Western sanctions and save its own economy from retaliation.
That's what's in it for China if it was to side with Russia. But China is staying vague about its stance amid Russia-Ukraine tensions for a reason. As siding against Ukraine could also spell a major loss for the country. China needs Ukrainian corn and wheat to feed its people and animals. China first established a strategic partnership with Ukraine in 2011. Ukraine has some of the most fertile soil on Earth, covering 2/3 of the country's land area. The partnership seems like a no-brainer for China, which imports more than 100 million tons of grain each year. In 2013, China signed a deal to rent close to 250,000 acres of Ukrainian farmland for 50 years to grow grain and raise pigs. As for China's ultimate goal, it's hoping to co-develop close to 7.5 million acres of Ukrainian agricultural land. But what exactly are the details of the exchange? Ukraine provides agricultural land, while China provides technology in return. Under the agreement, crop yields are also exported to China at preferential prices. The Memorandum of Cooperation called it an important component of China's food security program. Since 2018, the U.S.-China trade war pushed China to expand bilateral trade with Ukraine. For example, 100% of China's corn imports used to come from the U.S., but as of 2019, around 80% of it shifted to Ukraine. China became Ukraine's second-largest grain export market in 2020 and its biggest trade partner. On top of China's conflict with the U.S., its issues with Australia play a role too. Trade conflict between the two countries means Ukraine is now a critical source of both wheat and coal for China. Coal from Ukraine accounted for 2/3 of China's total coal imports last year. What's more, Ukraine is also a key partner for Beijing's Belt and Road Infrastructure Initiative. The nation serves as a bridge for Chinese companies entering Europe. In 2020, the two countries signed agreements focused on the Belt and Road Initiative. And last year, they signed further deals on infrastructure development.